Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then be sure to check down below. I have a whole pregnancy series from our last miscarriage all the way to trying to conceive to my first doctor's appointment. I have documented everything, so if you are expect or love pregnancy content, then go check it out down below in the description box. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at Life with Brittany. See more pregnancy related content there that does not make it to YouTube. So today I'm going to be sharing my week 14 and 15 symptoms. I'm a little behind on filming this video, so I need to quit slacking. Week 14 marks the second trimester. I know some people think 13, some think 14. It's, you know, whatever week you want to say. For me, week 14 was a lot like the first trimester, except for the day I turned 14 weeks and then 14 plus 1 day. I had really bad cramping, headache, cramping in my back and my stomach. And it really alarmed me and kind of like freaked me out. I could not get the cramping to go away. I took a warm bath, I laid down, I drank water, I did everything, but I just really did not feel good those 2 days. I didn't know if I was having Braxton Hicks because I think it's too early, and it was just all day. I think that it's just normal, it's just stretching and stuff, but it was really uncomfortable, and it was pretty much all day both of those days. So I started to get really worried, but it did go away. I'm in some pregnancy groups that are people who are due around the same time as me on Facebook, and I also noticed that some of them were complaining around week 14 that they felt really crampy. So I don't know if it's just that week or what, but it really was scary. I still felt really tired on week 14. I really still felt like I was in the first trimester. I was like, oh, I just thought that week 14 was going to be really different and I was going to feel like totally different. And some people may, but for me, I really did not feel that much different than the first trimester. I still had pretty much all the symptoms of the first trimester. My face started breaking out though in week 14. I shared with y'all that my first trimester update that my face was really clear and I wasn't having breakouts, and I was really happy about that. I did mention that I had breakouts on my neck and my back, which I still do, but now I'm having breakouts just all over my back, my neck, my face. It's been no fun. This baby is still in my beauty. Those were pretty much my only symptoms for week 14. I pretty much had all of the same symptoms that I had in the first trimester, besides I had that cramping and my face breaking out. So week 15 though. Week 15, I got a burst of energy. I was organizing my house. I was cleaning, decorating, doing all of the things I love. I felt much more like myself and less like a surviving zombie. So that was great. I'm still having energy. I'm past week 15 and I'm still, you know, I'm thriving. So it's really nice. Another symptom is, well, I wouldn't say symptom, but I noticed that my belly is way more round and the bloat is really pretty much gone. I told y'all at the end of my first trimester that I noticed that the bloat was going away, but now it's pretty much, my belly is really round and it's not that big, but it is round. I'm still at the point where I can hide it and not look, you know, pregnant really. But when I have my clothes off, you can really see that it's more like a bump, and it's really round at the bottom. And the top of my stomach actually is hard, and you can actually feel hardness where the baby is. I can actually see, like if I'm laying down, I can see if the baby is like on one side or not. One side is like bigger than the other. So that's exciting. I also felt like around 15 weeks and maybe like 4 days, I felt like 2 little thumps on one side. I was laying on the couch and it was just like I was drinking some cold water and it just was like 2 little thumps. I'm pretty sure that was the baby. I'm pretty sure it was not nothing else. I just felt it then, and then I didn't feel it for a couple of days, and then I felt something that kind of did feel like popcorn. You know how they describe like popcorn popping is how you can feel like the quickening moves, and it's very seldom. I really have to pay attention, but I really think that it is the baby moving. I'm really ready to feel full force kicking and movement. That should be happening any day now, but I'm really excited for the real movement of the baby. The little popcorn filling's nice and stuff, but you really have to pay attention to it, and you still second guess yourself sometimes. So I'm just really ready to like see my stomach move, and just the whole, you know, baby moving is really exciting. I also had to buy a pregnancy pillow on week 15. I am trying not to lay on my back. They say that week 20, I think, I don't know, you read different things, that week 15 you should stop laying on your back, like when you sleep, or you read that like week 20, or you read whenever it starts making you feel like you can't breathe and uncomfortable. But I'm really trying to train myself to get out of the habit of laying on my back. I pretty much sleep on both sides. I switch from left to right, and I lay on my back. I find that I lay on my back a lot when I'm sleeping. I just like to be stretched out. It feels really good on my back and stuff. So I have to get a pregnancy pillow because it's making my sides really sore just laying on my right, laying on my left. I just wake up and I just feel really sore. I started to sleep with like 3 or 4 pillows. I just like to be a little bit more elevated, like my legs and stuff. So pregnancy pillow was a must-have starting at week 15. I really have been thankful for this pregnancy making me slow down. I'm a really busybody, always on the move, and I am really trying to soak in moments with my son, and this most likely being my last pregnancy. I'm really just trying to soak everything in and not rush everything, although that's so hard because I find myself just counting down days until this baby is supposed to be due. So I'm thankful though that this pregnancy has really just made me slow down and just like sit down instead of being really busy, because it's given me a lot of time to spend with my son and soak in my son. I've had just 3 years of just me and my son at home and being a stay-at-home mom, and just my son getting all of mine and my husband's attention. And he's still gonna get tons of attention when the baby's born, but it's just gonna be so different. And I literally sometimes catch myself just tearing up when it's just like the 3 of us laying in bed on the weekends just watching TV. My son comes in there and he lays with us in the morning, and at night we have such a special nighttime routine, and we devote all of our time to my son, and it's just the 3 of us, and he's just our spoiled little baby. And then we're about to have to start sharing our time with him, and I'm gonna have to leave him to go deliver the baby, and it's just, life's gonna change so much, and he's still gonna get a ton of attention, and it's gonna be the new normal for us. But I really have just been thankful this pregnancy has made me slow down and be able to soak in the moments with him. And my days are going to be a lot more busy with a newborn, and so just soaking in the days of me and him have really just been great. So I'm really thankful for my body just being like, stop, lay down, rest, don't do anything. And also it's nice, since I am going to be really busy with a preschooler and a newborn, I'm not gonna have that much time just to like rest. Like now I can just go take a nap when my son naps, and I can just take it easy if I want to. So I'm really just enjoying that, because that's not gonna be like that in about 4.5, 5 months. Another thing is my boobs are still really sore. Like I notice at the end of the day if I wear a bra, because a lot of times if I'm just at home I don't wear a bra because I hate wearing clothes. But at the end of the day, if I've been wearing a bra all day and I take my bra off, my boobs, like, oh, they hurt so bad. And I thought the second trimester, the boob tenderness would go away, but it hasn't. Like, it hurts. And if my husband or my son, like, touch my boobs in the wrong way, like my son climbing on me or my husband just touching them, it's just like, oh, it hurts. And I just did not have boob pain with my son. That wasn't a symptom for me, and this has just been like totally new for me, and it's painful. I am making colostrum. My boobs, when I woke up one night, they were wet. Not a ton, but they definitely were wet when I got up to pee, and then I noticed that they were leaking one day. So I am making colostrum with my son. If I used to squeeze my boobs when I was pregnant with him around like 16 weeks or something, I noticed that colostrum came out, but now I don't even have to squeeze them. It just comes out, so that's cool. It's a cool pregnancy symptom, and it's not often. It's only happened like once or twice. Another thing is fullness. I feel like if I take a few bites of something, sometimes like I feel so full, like I just want to go sit down, and I don't even have to eat that much to feel overly full. I remember when I was pregnant with my son in the 3rd trimester, I felt so full because he was taking up so much space. After I eat, I felt totally miserable. Like, this is really early for me to be feeling like that fullness after I eat, where it's kind of like uncomfortable. So that's no fun, but it is helping me not eat as a lot. So hopefully it's gonna help me keep my weight down by feeling this fullness. Speaking of food, I have really craved sweets this pregnancy. Like, I've went to Great American Cookies so much and got me some cookies. I especially crave snickerdoodle cookies, which is crazy because you can't find the pre-dough, like the dough already made, like chocolate chips, in the cooler section at the grocery store. You have to buy the mix, and I don't know, but I love snickerdoodles. I love making muffins at home. I've just really been on a cookie and muffin craving. With my son, I crave salty stuff in this pregnancy. I really have craved sweets. Like, I just dream about sweets all day. But I really have started to where I only give in to my cravings like one day, and it's not like a full cheat day, because I crave vegetables and fruit also. Some days I'll just make me a whole sheet pan just of vegetables. So I crave both, but it's just like every night I want something sweet. And in the 1st trimester, I really gave into it. And some of the 2nd trimester, I really have given into my cravings, but I'm really trying to just have a day where I, like on the weekends with my husband, like we make something sweet and eat it, and I don't just go overboard, because I really want to keep my weight at a minimum. I'm really happy with how much weight I've gained now and what my bump looks like. At the beginning, I was super bloated. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna gain so much weight. I'm gonna look so fat. I'm gonna be so uncomfortable. But my bump is at a standstill where I'm not like, when I wake up in the morning, it looks the same, and when I go to bed at night, it pretty much looks the same. I feel like it's still really small, so I'm really happy with that. With my son, I remember at 15 weeks, I was still losing weight, and I still didn't even look pregnant at all. And I do look a little bit pregnant now, but it's still, I'm happy with it. It's not like I can still hide it if I want to, my bump. So I'm happy with the growth so far, so I just want to keep it down. And eating lots of vegetables and fruits and stuff that's good for you is just, going to keep the energy flowing and help make me feel really good. So that's the goal. Giving into a lot of sweets is not gonna do that. Intimacy with my husband. In the 1st trimester, we really couldn't be that intimate because I was on pelvic rest a lot, and we are used to being intimate like daily, if not every other day. It's just always been a big part of our relationship. We love that time together and want it, but at the same time, I know after we are intimate, my stomach just gets really hard and it gets really uncomfortable. I get really bad cramps afterwards. And also on some days, I get the lightning crotch, and that hurts. Like, it just makes you have to grab something and stop in your tracks. But besides from the lightning crotch, I get like soreness down there. Like it just feels like kind of like how you touch a bruise on your arm, but without touching it, it just feels like when you touch a bruise on your arm, if that makes sense. It just feels really sore. It's probably like all of the blood flow and stuff, but it's really just sore some days. So some days if it's really sore, it makes me just not want to be touched or intimate. But I don't know. It's really fun at the time when we're being intimate, but I know afterwards if we're intimate, I'm just gonna have to lay down or take a warm bath or something and not just get up and do stuff because it's just really uncomfortable afterwards. Pretty much that sums up week 14 and 15. I will be doing a nursery haul very soon. I'm almost done with the nursery. I wanted to get the nursery pretty much done because this is how I look at it. I'm having the baby sometime probably in December is what I feel like. My due date is the very beginning of January, but I feel like the baby is gonna come before then. So I want to, it's gonna be the holiday, so Thanksgiving and Christmas time and everything like that. I don't wanna be working on a nursery and continuing buying stuff for the baby. I just want to like nest as far as deep clean my house and wash all the baby's clothes and wash the passies and the bottles, and I want to be doing all of that stuff around December instead of like working on a nursery. So I just want to have the nursery done, and I pretty much want to have everything done because I remember with my son I was so uncomfortable. I had so much pressure. I felt like he was gonna fall out. It was just hard to walk around and do stuff. So if I feel like that this pregnancy, I just want to be able to take it easy and not be having to like prepare the nursery and prepare everything and make sure everything's bought. I just want to have it done. We also are about to get our Christmas shopping done. We are just going to be ahead of the holidays. We probably are going to be staying home Christmas. We're not going to be around family or anything like that really. We're just going to have a simple Christmas. I don't even know if we'll see family. We might just mail the presents out to people. So I just want to have like all of that done because we're going to have a really simple Christmas since we're going to be having a baby, and just low key, and just it's going to be our, if the baby's not born before Christmas, it's going to be our last Christmas with our son being the only child, and it will for sure be the last Thanksgiving as a family of 3. So we just really want to soak in all the time with just being a family of 3 and take things really easy. So I pretty much have everything almost done, which I really feel good about, being ahead of the being ahead of the game. And you have the most energy in your second trimester, so that's why I want to get everything done right now. So I'm really happy with our progress. We only have a few more things to buy. So very soon I'll be showing y'all the nursery. I know I have a lot of people who have similar due dates to me, so it may give you some inspiration, some ideas of what to buy, or some inspiration for the nursery. So I will be sharing that video soon, and that pretty much sums up this video. So thank you all so much for listening. If you are in your second trimester, then share some of your symptoms with me. I would love to hear them. And don't forget to follow me over on Life with Brittany. Go catch up on my series, my pregnancy series, and I will see you guys in my next video. Until next time, bye guys.